Good morning. Due to storms in our area, the internet is not stable enough to go live. So, you get a video post today. Today is February 16th, day 16, Sunday, and today we are going to finish up the movement part of our foundational skills. So those 5 skills are the God time, our water intake, our sleep, our nutrition, and finishing up movement. So as we finish up movement today, I really want you to think about the question, why? Why am I moving? Why am I going to do an exercise plan? What is your why for doing it? And what that's really going to lead to is it's going to give you the why you get up in the morning or the why you go to the gym. And a lot of people don't have a why, and so it just ends up being, well, I don't really need to do it, so I'm just not going to. The better the reason that your why is, the more likely you are to succeed, for 2 reasons. One is that it just gives you something to go after, but 2 is you get to see that progress and that motivation towards a goal or a dream or an aspiration, and that really means something. So think about your why as I go through today. A little bit about me and my health. So after years of neglecting my health and really not doing enough physical exercise at all, I actually was going to help a friend. She wanted some accountability, and she had some videos that she wanted to do, and she asked me if I would join her and help do it. So for a couple weeks I would walk down to her house. She lived in my neighborhood, and we would do exercises 2 or 3, sometimes 4 times a week. After a while though, she didn't really have a why, and we kind of fell off doing it. But my why was that I felt so much better doing exercises and physically moving that I wanted to keep going. So I actually got the program Tap Out, which is about 15 years old, 10, 15 years old, and it incorporated bands in order to do boxing type movements, and really kind of just got me back into physical exercise. It was a 90-day program. So for me, having the why of knowing how much better I felt, and 2, having a time frame that I could stick to. I wasn't going to be doing this forever, so it wasn't something without an end goal. I knew I was going to be in it for 90 days. That really helped me stay focused and good on it. So that kind of started the journey quite a few years ago of how I got back into it. After that 90 days, I got into boxing, and I love kickboxing for a little bit, and then also found out that I could do it from home. So bought my own equipment, started creating my own workouts, and I fell in love with boxing. And it really is kind of boxing / martial arts, but it really got me moving, got some of the frustrations out of the day, and it just made me feel overall stronger. After that, I got into strength training. And a little bit of that was the running that I talked about yesterday, was really getting into the running and understanding that I needed to build my muscles in order to gain endurance and longevity if I was going to be running longer distances. Also, the rugged maniacs and the tough mudders helped with that as well, because I needed that upper body strength, especially to get over a lot of those obstacles, which I was really lacking that upper body strength. I really prefer to do that strength training in the winter. I don't like to run outside when it's cold, and so this strength training in the winter really gave me something to do inside besides just run on the treadmill. After that, I needed some additional cardio to go with my running, and so I got a hydro rower, and the hydro has a subscription. I've linked the channel here, but they have a subscription as well, and you get to go on rows with them all over the world, and some of the places are so beautiful. The athletes that they have are really engaging, and you can do all sorts of different things. So from rowing with the athletes to just rowing with the beauty of the scenery. They have Pilates, and they have fitness programs. The newest one they have that I love is circuit training, and that really gives you that cardio aspect, but also the strength portion as well. And so that kind of leads us into what I want to talk today is a free workout plan that you can essentially build on your own. It doesn't take a whole lot of extra work. It doesn't take a whole lot of space. It doesn't require a gym membership, but it's something easy that you can get started on your own today, especially if you just need that 10 minutes of movement. So here are some of the components that get you ready to build this fitness plan. The first one we already talked about, which is your why. Why are you doing this, and do you have any SMART goals to cover? We'll talk about SMART goals in another video, but really those two together really help that start of building a fitness plan. The second one is creating a balanced routine. Start thinking and reviewing, is it cardio that you're more focused on? Is it strength? Can you do them together like in a circuit? What does that look like, and it goes back to the why. Why are you looking to do this, and what are the benefits, and what do you need to accomplish it? The third one is start slow and progress quickly. So you don't want to go out and do a 3-mile run if you've never run. The first thing's going to happen is your muscles are going to hurt, your body's going to hurt, you're going to be exhausted. It's not going to be fun, and you're not going to want to continue. I've done it before, and my muscles were so sore the next day that I had to sit to go down the stairs. So start slow and progress quickly. Find a time and a schedule. If you just say, I'm going to do it tomorrow, you're less likely to do it. If you say, I'm going to do it tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. before I go to work, then you're more likely to do it. It goes back to that planning and really understanding what time you have available for it. Include different activities and make these activities fun. If you don't, you're not going to want to do them, and it's going to be harder to stick to the plan. Allow recovery times. All of your workout plans should include rest, even if it's active rest. That rest really goes a long way into repairing and rebuilding your muscles. If you go hard at it every single day, you're not giving your body time to recuperate and recover. Lastly is write it down, monitor your progress. If the more that you can see what you're accomplishing, the better and easier it will be to continue on. A lot of the times we see the big picture so hard. I want to get to this goal, but we don't realize all the milestones that we've hit along the way. Those are big accomplishments and celebrations that we should have that a lot of the times we don't. Lastly, you want to listen to your body. The no pain, no gain is not a true and accurate thing. If you are hurting, then there is not going to be a longevity to your plan. You got to keep your joy through the process, and if you're hurting, it's really hard to have joy. So the last things that we'll cover before we go into what the plan looks like are a couple definitions and terms that will help you build this plan. So those terms and definitions are, the first one is a rep or a repetition. It's an individual completed exercise movement, and repetitions are usually done in multiples. So if you say 10 reps, you would essentially be doing the exercise 10 times. So if it was jumping jacks, you would do 10 jumping jacks. A set is straight is a group of repetitions interrupted only by brief pauses or rests. So if you think of jumping jacks, if we say we do 3 sets of 10 reps, that would mean that you would do 10 jumping jacks, take a 10, 20, 30 second rest, do another 10 jumping jacks, take a 10, 30 second rest, and then finish the last set of another 10 jumping jacks with a 10 or 30 second rest. So you'd essentially be getting 30 jumping jacks in. They just wouldn't be consistent. So the workout that I want to tell you about is actually called the alphabet workout. If you send me an email at admin@COR5FIT.com, I will send this over to you. But what it has is it's a letter of the alphabet, and for every letter of the alphabet there's a corresponding exercise that goes with it. And then what you can do is you can take this and you can do all sorts of things with it. You can take your name, so I'm going to use Michelle for the example, and I would essentially do 1 or 2 or 3 sets of reps with my corresponding letter of my name. So for example, when I look at Michelle, if I look at the letter M on this chart, it says that I should do arm circles, forward and backwards. So I would essentially do 10 arm circles, forwards and backwards. I would take a rest, and then I would go to the letter I, which are planks. And so you can do different modifications with planks. You can do them on your knees, you can do them against a wall, you can hold them straight-bodied, arms outstretched. You could do them on your forearms. So not only does this workout give you different exercises to do, there's also different modifications. Next would be the letter C, which is push-ups. And again, this is something you can do a push-up against the wall to start. You can do a push-up on your knees. You can do a push-up inclined or declined. There's so many different variations. You can find what works best for you. The letter I is a bridge. Nope, not the I. That would be the C. The letter C is the bridge. The E would be a squat. You can do your squat with different feet positions. I have a double L, so we're going to end up doing double overhead presses. And then the last E again would be the squats again. And you can use your same name for like 2 weeks, 3 times a week, and that would also help show the progress. The first one, you may only be able to do the push-ups on your knees. By the end of it, you may be able to do half the push-ups, full push-ups, and then finish them on your knees. But doing the same thing consistently for about 2 weeks will help you see that progress. After 2 weeks, you could switch it up to somebody else. You could use your spouse's name, you could use your kid's name, your grandkid's names, your best friend's name, your dog's name. You could do your full name. I could do Michelle Lynn Cordy. I could do the whole thing. So this workout is super versatile. You can do it wherever you have space to. You don't have to have a gym, and it will give you some variety and different things to do. So the last part of movement that I want to leave you guys with today is the warm-up and cool-down and why they're important. Your warm-up should include more dynamic stretches, and we talked about that a little bit on the first day of movement. That dynamic stretches is your arm circles, your leg swings, things to get your blood pumping and increase the oxygen in your body. It also increases your body temperature, which will allow the elasticity of your muscles to increase so that you're less likely to pull a muscle. It helps loosen your joints, and it also helps your brain start to engage, especially if you're doing exercises early in the morning. It helps that flow of thoughts to do exercises accurately and correctly. The cool down is more of your static stretches, the ones that you're going to hold for 20 or 30 seconds. This allows your heart rate and blood pressure and everything to come back to a normal level. And stretching also reduces the buildup of lactic acid, and that can lead to cramps and stiffness. It also gives you that time to celebrate and reflect the workout that you just completed. So that finishes up our movement section, and I want to read you guys a verse that I really love that I think goes with this of why that physical activity and movement and exercise is so important. So this is Isaiah 40, 30, and 31. Even youths grow weary and tired, and young men stumble and fall, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary, and they will walk and not faint. So exercise and movement is important not only for our physical body, but also our spiritual walk. For your action items today, go ahead and email me, admin@COR5FIT.com, and I'll send you over that alphabet worksheet so you can get started today. Also subscribe so that you can see when I go live next or I post the next video. And like and comment so that I can know what you guys want to hear more about, what you like, what you enjoy, what exercises you decided to do, which are your favorite exercises and least favorite exercises. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow.